What up? We live, baby. You hear me? You now tuned in to All Facts, No Opinion Sport Podcast. I'm your host, Farm Boy Louis 13, and we came to talk. We came to talk. You know, I'm at work right now. You know, I gotta wash clothes, but gotta do my job. Came out here, they left. You know, they always follow my ass, the law and shit. But besides that, we ain't here for that. We here for the David Morrell versus David Benavidez. Both of these fighters is chasing legacy, and they doing it at a high rate. You know, I love this. 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 A lot of people going. You know, a lot of people gonna go with David Benavidez. A lot of people want to state and say who Dave Morrell been in there with. But if you know boxing, you know Dave Morrell. He's super talented, man. And I'm labeling him that, the Cuban Ali. He's the Cuban Muhammad Ali. And I'm telling y'all that because I want y'all to see it. And when y'all see it, y'all going to believe it. Don't believe it, you can go back and check his 12 fights. And you're going to see the levels you're going to see that there's levels. And you're going to see he's one of them ones. You understand me? Plus, he a switch hitter. You know, just like Jerron Boots Simmons, he's like a Cuban Boots. Know what I mean? He's like a Cuban Boots. Dave Morrell is like a Cuban Boots. Switch hitter. At his first fight at 175, when he captured the title, the WBA, he looked good doing it. He did it in good fashion. You ain't see you couldn't tell that he was struggling. He wasn't there having fun. He hurt his opponent. He hurt it hot, rod. He hurt his opponent. He a technician. He was cutting off. He was using the ring. He was absorbing shots. He was catching and shooting. He did it all that fight, you know. Shout out to David Benavidez with his fight. You know, his fight was close, you know, but he fought an Olympian. You understand me? And a lot of people ain't like the outcome, but you got to understand that, you know, the person Benavidez was fighting, he probably came in 220, 225. You understand me? Probably rehydrated up to a whole full-blown heavyweight. But, you know, Benavidez still pulled it off. But a lot of people see that fight and they be like, But now you're fighting a pure boxer. You're fighting a person that had footwork, a person that can catch and shoot off his defense. You understand? And on top of that, he can use his offense as his defense. You know, because a lot of technicians, you know, they use their offense as their defense. And what I mean by that is, you're going to throw some shit and they're going to be prepared, and I just hope you prepare for it. You know, and I'm pretty sure Rodney Shields, you know, he fed that shit to him. You know, and plus, you know, Morrell, you know, he's from Cuba, so Cuba teaches them that, defense is defense, but you can use your offense as your defense too. You know what I mean? And a lot of people don't know that. Only the greats know that. You know, especially people in my time, you know, when we was kids growing up, they taught us everything. You feel me? You had to stand on your pivot, catch, shoot. They used to tie shoestrings together, fire to the head. Used to put a bike tire. You put your foot in the tire, go at it. We did all that shit when I was kids. But like I say, man, shout out to David Morrell. Shout out to David Benavidez, especially Benavidez making this motherfucking fight happen. This is a big fight, y'all. See, y'all don't know that. This is one of the biggest fights that's going to start next year. You understand me? It ain't Benavidez Canelo, right? Or Dave Morrell Canelo. But this shit is like Ryan and Tank. You understand? This shit is like Bud and Spence. This is fact. This shit is like Bud and Spence. This is a big ass fight. This is a big ass fight. One of the biggest fights we're gonna get, especially next year, first quarter. This shit over, y'all. I promise you. And I heard, I think it's January 24th, January 25th. It's crazy. Shout out my guy H Money. Shout out True Media Boxing. But tune in to H Money Boxing at night, y'all. Please tune in. Tune in to True Media Boxing, Coach Malachi. Shout out my guy John Parham. You already know, bro. Shout out my guy God Did. Shout out Wavy. Shout out Headbutting Bullets. Shout out Brad G. G come through with all that shit. John, we be having a good cook up when I be live, man. And I won't trade that shit for the world, man. I read real individuals. I get to meet real individuals just by commentating on here and analyzing the game like it's supposed to be, because you got a lot of these people analyzing shit And it's like, no, they cool with a fighter, so they don't want to expose that fighter. Listen, man, in boxing, there's no friends. You niggas gotta rumble. All you niggas gotta rumble. Y'all trying to be like this battle rap shit. Oh, you my friend, so we not gonna battle rap. Nah, nigga, no friends. We gotta get it. We want these fights. We making these fights happen. And shout out to Al Hayman, who keep putting on the biggest cards in boxing. Shout out Al Hayman that keep putting the biggest cards. Oh my God, this shit crazy. This shit crazy. And the card gonna be lit. I'm telling y'all, that card gonna be lit, man. That card gonna be fucking lit. Don't be surprised we get Pitbull Ryu rematch. Don't be surprised we get the Pitbull Ryu rematch. I keep telling y'all that. Don't be surprised we get that rematch. But like I say, shout out to Al, man. PBC doing it big. You know, they ended it off with Tank and Lamont Roach. Another big fight. Two WBA champions going at it. Both got history. Like, yo, this shit crazy, man. PBC finishing the year off strong, you know. What you call it next week? You got Tim Zoo and them niggas next week. If I was Boots at the Boots Be Karen, I get that fight. You know, we got Charlo and them. You know, Charlo and Boo Andre. Oh my God, that shit couldn't have been the main event by itself, but it's on the Tank card. It's showing you. Listen, Al Hayman going out with a bang. You know, we all been criticizing like, yo, what the fuck going on? He going out with a bang. And don't be surprised, man. I'm telling y'all, do not be surprised, man. Do not be surprised. You know, we get two big fights in January. Or we get one in January, one in February. But cause Spence and Fedora be the co-main event of David Morrell and David Benavidez. It could happen like that because they scream in January. So if they're gonna have two big cards on January, I'll do that. Both of them fights, Spence versus Fedora need to be his own main event. Benavidez Morrell got to be his own main event. That's what we want. They got to be their own main events. Even with Charlo and Boo Andre deserve to be their own main event, but they co-main event. We understand that, cool. But for future reference, if I was people and a matchmaker, putting on these cards, I'm going to put the best fights as the main event. Co-main event, I'm going to put the best contenders. And to start off the fight, it's going to be prospects. You got to always have the top prospects to start off the fight. Co-main event need to be the contenders. Why? Because that contender can fight the winner of the championship fight. And that's how they need to do it. They need to get back together like that, man. You know, because it's more fair. And I mean Fair, you know what I mean? Not Fear, you know? Fair on both sides, you know, because we need these mandatories to happen, you feel me? And shout out for Benavidez making it happen. Jerron Boot Sinners. Shout out to Boot Sinners. Shout out to Eddie Hearn for making this shit happen. I told y'all was going to change the model going into the next year fighting these mandatories. I told y'all was going to change this model for this year fighting the mandatory. Shout out to Boots and this for making this shit happen. It's all next year, all mandatories, bro. All mandatories is accepted. You gotta make it happen. You gotta make it happen. Fight week, better be Bibble. Let's get it, man. Well, you know, let me know what y'all think in the comments. Hit that like button. Let's share this shit. Let's get it out here. And please hit that subscribe button. Please, before you shut that front door on your way out, please hit that sub button. You know, get me up in the algorithm. You know, we can talk heavy and join more. You know, I love building this community. And I see y'all later live.